everybody. So I'm back again today to do another lesson for you. So today we're going to take it back to the early Clay Walker days with a song called Where Do I Fit in the Picture? I'd actually forgotten about this song until someone mentioned it to me the other day. And I went back and pulled up that record and listened to the song, and it's really got some good acoustic parts in it. So I want to go ahead and show those to you today. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me and hit the like button after the end of the video here if you like it. And feel free to leave me some comments and give me some requests. Let me know what you'd like to see more of. All right, let's dive into the lesson. So this song's in the key of D. Okay, we're going to be playing a D. We're going to be playing our A chord. We're going to be playing our G chord. All right, we're going to be playing an E minor chord. And that's really the basic chords of this song. There is going to be a walk down where we do a G down to be a D with an F sharp in the bass note here. It's going down to E minor. Okay, but other than that, that's our main chords. And there is another walk down you saw. It goes. There's that towards the end of the song as well, and I'll show you that. But let's go over this intro. So it starts right out of our D shape here. So what we're doing, we're literally just picking. And I'm using a D suspended chord here. It's actually a suspended 2 because I'm letting that E note ring. So, and then I'm hammering that open E string onto the 2nd fret, little E. So, okay. Then I'm picking that B string again. So what I've got there, if you want to look at my right hand here, I've got D string, G string, B string, back to the G, so then little E, hammer on, then B string, so, okay, then we go to our A chord, and the first time through it doesn't do anything fancy, just picks the A chord, okay, then we've got this first lick here in G, and just in the first line of the intro there, it plays the bass note, and lets it ring, and then does a double stop here with the D string and the G string. Okay, and what I'm doing there, I'm playing the G note, I'm letting that ring, and I'm hammering on 2nd fret G string with my middle finger here, while I'm letting the D string ring open. So, okay, and that's key. You want that D string to ring. So, okay, once I do the hammer on, I'm taking my middle finger here and I'm picking the B string open, then playing the G string, so then playing, and I've got my G chord formed here, so I've got my pinky here on the bottom, okay, so I hit that G, okay, and the key to forming this G chord here, and I've said this in other lessons too, so you can leave these fingers free, you want to mute the A string with this finger here, because you don't want that A string ringing open, you want it to sound like that. Got it? Alright, cool. So that intro. Okay, that's what we've got the first time through. Second time through, I think I did this. I think I did that lick again, but it doesn't really do that the second time through on the record. So if you're doing it just like the record, second time through, do the same thing on D. This time on A, you're going to do this little hammer on and pull off, basically between an A and an A sus4. So, okay, and on the record it goes, and I really, if you really listen to the record, I think the last note they're picking is here. So you can go, okay, and put that note there, but you can just do straight down the G chord. Nobody's going to tell the difference there. So, all right. So that's the intro. So just like the record. Okay, it's a little slower, a little slowed down there for the intro part. Okay. Then I do this little hammer on to get into my D chord. That's a hammer on open to 2nd fret on the A string. And I just pick through the chords. And I'm doing that little hammer on and pull off on the A. And it does that lick. Through the verses, it doesn't do the double stop. You're just picking single notes. the third time through that first part of the verse there, you're going to go. Basically what it's doing there, it's doing a G suspended 4. It's a quick suspended chord right before you go back to the D. Okay, that's something that I've watched people do this song live. I've even watched some of Clay's live videos, and I didn't really see that in there, but it is on the record. So, okay, and this is just record specific. Obviously, when you're playing this live, you don't have to stick to these guidelines. You know, you can, as long as you've got the main melody in there, you're going to be good. And then the last time through, you just go back to that lick right there. Then, as it opens up a little more, you're gonna continue to do that chord progression. So the chord progression for the verse is gonna be D, A, and G. Okay, that's 2 beats on the 1 or on the D, 2 beats on the 4 or on the 5, sorry, or the A, and then 4 beats on the G or the 4. So it's a split bar, then a full bar of G. Okay. The key to playing acoustic guitar, especially on these 90s country tracks, especially when the full band comes in, you want to listen to that hi-hat. Okay, with an acoustic guitar player, your right hand, it's so crucial to do what the hi-hat's doing and really listen to that hi-hat, because that's you. You're the hi-hat. Just imagine the drum set without a hi-hat, and you want to fill that gap with your strumming hand here on the right hand. Okay, for this song, the hi-hat, if you listen to it, it's mainly doing straight 8th notes. So dot, 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 1 and 2 and. So with the right hand, you can't go wrong just doing that. Right, so that's kind of what you're going to do with your right hand. And you can add some extra strums in there, but that's the base foundation for what you want to play when you're playing rhythm guitar. All right. So the last time it does the verse, it does 2 lines of that, then it does 2 more lines. The last time through that last line on the verse, you're going to change just a little bit. So it's going to be. Okay, so it plays a 5 chord on beat 4 of the last line of the verse. They're going right into the chorus. That leads you into the chorus. Chorus is pretty simple. The chorus goes like this. So. So pretty straightforward. You got your D, your A, and your G, and then back to your A. The second line and the last line there of the chorus, you've got that walk down. So, okay. So you play 3 beats on your 4 chord. Okay, and then on beat 4, you hit that. So basically, it's a root chord. It's a D with an F sharp in the bass note. So you hit that on beat 4. So you got. Okay, then you're playing your 2 minor, which is your E minor, then back to your 5, and then back to the 1. Okay, the turnaround there after the chorus, super simple, just like the verse. Second verse does the exact same thing pretty much as the first verse. The outro, the guitar does some solo work, and really the only other thing, so on the outro, you've got your chords are. So that last time, I think it's the second time through that progression there, you're going to go to this lick. It goes, okay, it's just a triplet lick. And what I do going into that lick, so instead of playing this G, I switch to this G. Right? Just to kind of get me into that lick a little bit smoother on acoustic guitar. So that's how I'm playing that lick. And what we're doing there, so if you got your G chord here, got this G chord right here, so All right, so I've got this, and I'm actually playing it without my middle finger down. So I've got, okay, first note I'm going to play is my D string on the 5th fret there. And it's okay to let your G string ring open there, okay? Then I'm going to drop down 1 fret on the D string, so and that creates a little tension if you leave that G string open, which is cool, because it's a quick note anyway. So triplet. Okay, so we got 5, 4, open on D. And the G string's ringing open every time. Okay, then we've got our A string open, starts the 2nd triplet. So it's open A, it's our G note here, 3rd fret top string, 2nd fret top string, and then D. So, all right, so slow, that's, all right, and that would actually be a really cool way to end that song, you know, and you can do a retard and slow down. One other thing too, so if you listen to that electric guitar part with that melody, you know, that you can really hear them outlining those chords. They're playing straight out of your triads, really, and your major pentatonic. So that first chord, you know, you've got your D shape here, then it goes to A, so you're playing out of your A shape here, right there, so that note. And then when you go to G, you're playing straight out of this G chord here, because you're literally just playing the G triads, all you're playing. That's it. You're playing straight down that G triad. Okay, that's a C-shaped G right there. So think about stuff like that, and in simple licks like that, it's really good to learn those, you know, learn them in this position, you know. Take that and learn it in a different position on the neck as well. So maybe come down to this D position here and learn it, you know. And know what shapes that you're outlining when you play those notes, okay? Just something I want to throw into a little bonus for you when you're thinking about playing lead lines and things like that and melodies. All right, cool. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Once again, this is a really, really great song. I've always liked this song, and I'd really forgotten about it till recently. But so yeah, I had a request to do this, so I wanted to go ahead and throw it out there for you, and I'll see you guys next time.